Hello everyone, welcome to this video answering the question, am I psychic? We're also going to be exploring what it really means to be psychic because it very well may not be what you think it is. I am a clairvoyant healer, an intuitive guide, and a dream expert. My passion is helping you nurture your own healing gifts, and that includes your psychic abilities. So, in short, to be psychic really means to be able to read energy. That's really all it means, reading energy. And so this is coming from the basis of we are all energy. That energy is only ever what exists. So if we're all energy, then we're all connected. And in fact, there is actually no real separation between you and me or you and that chair you're sitting next to. It's really just your mind, your body, and your ego that creates that illusion of separateness. And so when we're tapping into our psychic abilities, we're breaking through that illusion and seeing and feeling the connection we have to other people, past, present, and future, actually, because psychic abilities also breaks free of the time-space continuum. So we read energy through many sensory and extrasensory ways, and some of these may actually surprise you. Some are more obvious. So we can start with the obvious ones. Most of us, when we think of someone being psychic, we think of clairvoyance, the ability to see, or clairaudience, the ability to hear someone or something or a situation that is not actually in our current physical proximity. So this may take the form of mediumship, where we are actually hearing and seeing somebody who has already passed on. It may take the form of us seeing or hearing events or things that are going to happen in the future, which is a premonition. It may include us seeing and hearing things that have already happened, but not in our lifetime. So perhaps somewhere in a past life or in our ancestral lineage. So way back in the past. It may also simply be hearing or seeing somebody who's currently alive, just not in our current proximity, or seeing and hearing from them, from their ears, from their eyes. But another psychic ability that many of us don't recognize is clairsentience. Clairsentience is the ability to feel what someone else is feeling, both physically and emotionally. So now, if you consider yourself a highly sensitive person or a highly empathic person, or if you often get exhausted when you are in crowds or in large groups of people, or sometimes you feel really drained after a particular conversation with a particular person, and that keeps happening over and over again, likely what is happening is you're actually taking on that other person's or other people's energies. Now, this is actually a form of being psychic, and it goes unacknowledged and is often hidden because we don't know that it is happening. So what often happens is that we begin to, we take on someone else's feelings, and then we begin to take on their thoughts. So have you ever had one of those days where you wake up and you just don't feel like yourself? You're acting in ways that are totally unlike you? That may actually mean that you are acting out someone else's energy. So first of all, if this is happening, don't stress. You can actually read someone else's energies without taking on and absorbing their energies. And that's often the first step as we begin to open to our psychic abilities to be able to read without absorbing. So first of all, if you have absorbed someone else's energies, first you really want to cleanse your energy. So you want to release their energies. And you can do that by simply create a very grounded connection to the earth and to your body. So that means coming fully into your body and then visualizing and feeling your root and your feet on the ground, and then visualizing a cord that goes through your body and into the earth. And then using your breath on the exhale, imagine and see that energy that does not belong to you releasing from your body, from your system, from your energetic field as well, and returning it to the earth. And you want to do that for several breaths, several seconds, however long it takes to start feeling that center of calm and stillness when you know that all that energy that doesn't belong to you has left your system. So the second step is to start to get curious about this extra sensitivity, this extra sensory gift that you actually have, right? And so when you are going to be meeting with somebody or going into a large crowd or with somebody who you know, you often start to sort of pick up their energies, or with anyone actually, you can do this. Simply before you go, create that physical grounding connection I referred to before, and then making sure your thoughts are clear. So just clearing your mind and taking a few deep breaths to really, really come centered into yourself. And then throughout the conversation or the meeting, just simply be really observant and notice if you start to feel particular feelings or you start to think particular thoughts that are sort of taking you in a different direction from that centered space, and that just don't quite feel like you. They might feel foreign, it might feel strange, it might feel surprising, it might not feel like it totally fits. That is a sign that you are starting to read the other person's energy. And when you notice that, you can simply then go into observation mode and say, I'm reading this, I'm not receiving it, and actually visualize it simply in front of you, seeing it right directly in front of you and not coming onto you. And then you can actually also, using visualization, simply return it to them. Now, as you begin to practice using your gifts further and becoming more and more curious about it, you very well may observe, this happens to most of us, that your gifts start to open up and evolve, and you will begin to actually experience clairaudience and clairvoyance. You will actually be able to start seeing and hearing other people, other situations, people that have passed, things that are going to happen in the future, and things that happen in the far past. Also, be very observant of your dreams, because often psychic messages like to land right into our dream space. This is a time when we are deeply out of our conscious minds and in our energetic fields. Know that your psychic abilities are healing gifts, reminding you of how connected we all are beyond what our minds and our egos like to believe, and beyond that sense of separateness that brings loneliness and suffering to so many people. What connects us heals us. So remember that. What connects us heals us. By nurturing your psychic gifts, you can actually become a channel for love and compassion and kindness in this world. And that's the greatest gift of all. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please click that like button and follow me if you are new here. If you follow me, you'll get notified when I post further videos on developing your psychic abilities and nurturing your healing gifts. And if you'd like to connect further, please find me on Instagram at Charlotte the Healer and on Facebook at Charlotte Alea Intuition. And if you'd like to receive some personal guidance and healing, I welcome you to book a soul site healing session at my website below. And finally, please check out my book, To Be Worthy, now on Amazon. Thank you, and I will see you all again very soon.